and welcome to Ripping the Rack Podcast, the longest running weekly podcast on the internet about Candlepin bowling.
Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome to episode 60. That's right, 60.
9 more weeks.
9 more
Yes.
weeks to go, folks.
Do we know when that's going to be? Can we get a date on that? Let me count. I'm going to count the weeks.
We do have a
We're
date.
gonna see.
We've already announced the date. If you were paying attention, you would have seen
I
it.
don't
It's
pay attention to our posts. I try and push myself on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, we know you don't. You don't push our stuff. We know that. It is Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
So that Monday.
Very special Labor Day edition
of
Ripping the Rack podcast.
Yeah.
Where we have the first ever, hopefully not the last, but the first ever Ripping the Rack broadcast roast of Tim Matero. I screwed that up on the way. The Ripping the Rack podcast roast.
I think you're done.
Tim
I think
Matero.
you're cut
It's
off.
a lot of R's.
I tried to save it, dude. It's so many.
And Mark doesn't say R anyways. It's all
That's the hardest part of the whole thing.
It's the Whip into Whack podcast.
Whip into Whack.
Roast of Tim Matero.
Yes.
But yes, roast of Tim Matero, ladies and gentlemen.
So get your stuff in. 30 to 60 second video, audio. You can type it out and send it in.
Say 30 to sexting? No.
It did. It did.
Whatever.
That's what the
Hey,
beginning
Freud.
of that. Love
Whatever.
it. Love
Whatever it takes to make this work.
Now.
Whether you know Tim, or more importantly, whether you don't know Tim, even better. For the roast of Tim Matero, please send us your videos.
I want someone who's only heard Tim Matero's stories but never bowled with him to write something.
Please.
Make fun of his old bald head. It'd be great.
Hey, it hasn't started yet, Calvin. You relax. Just remember, I do get my comeuppance. I get my time.
And again, folks, this is lighthearted. We mean it all in jest.
Yes, take the joke. Have fun with the joke. That's all we're doing. We're having fun with the joke. We love the man, and that's why we do this to the man. Have fun with it, but at the same time, let them know how you feel, and send those to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com.
It's like a good compliment sandwich is what you do. It's a lot like some meetings you've had before, like in an office setting where they say something nice about you, then they shit in your mouth, but then they say something nice to you on the way out too.
Right.
Yes.
It's like when you're throwing dumpies down the side. It's a good sandwich of insult and not bad of a play on it, right?
Humility, humor, part of it. Yes. All of it rolled into one.
So I bring up the whole, and I want to get this off my chest first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
Are we getting serious here?
Yep, I do want to get serious for uno momento.
Serious moment with Dad.
The floor is yours, sir. The chair recognizes one Timothy J. Matero.
Thank you.
Second.
So we had a Facebook post, not we, but there was a Facebook post on Candlepin Chat earlier this past week from Jeremy Sehol and Danny Finn, who are starting their own podcast on Candlepin Bowling. About, they're going to talk about some upcoming tournaments, results, basically everything that we already do with this show. Okay. And I say that jokingly only because on there I did post, I wonder if there's a podcast currently out there that's doing this. I said it in jest. I was being funny. Some people took offense to it. Personally, I don't really care that they took offense to it, but I do like Jeremy. And I do like
I hope
Dan.
they're listening to be pissed at you, honestly, because that's more people to listen.
Well, here's the funny part. There are people on there that we know that claim not to know about any other podcast about Candlepin bowling. So I started the show today with the announcement of this is the longest running weekly podcast on the internet about Candlepin bowling. Because frankly, we're on episode 60. This is our 60th week. This is the podcast about Candlepin bowling. I wish Danny and Jeremy success. I hope they I hope they go crazy with this podcast because, frankly, it's just another avenue to get news about Candlepin Bowling.
Exactly. I'm going to listen. I'll listen every week.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will. I mean, I have no ill will. The only thing that I told Jeremy, and I did send him a message and told him, hey, I was only joking. I hope you knew that because that's what I do. I'm a very sarcastic and joke around type individual. But the only thing I would say is I would have liked to have had the heads up that they were going to do another show similar to what we already do for no other reason than it would have been nice to know ahead of time instead of finding out on Facebook. That's all.
Oh, for sure.
Common courtesy.
With
100%.
respect to the other podcast. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, especially because this has been here a long time. You've added, I was added not long ago, and then we brought in the King of the North himself.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got this, there he is, the little crown. But like, it's very similar situation. I hope they have something good on their hands. Best of luck to the guys doing this. It's fun doing these. Yep. We can sit and talk.
Here's what I hope they do well with it. I will guarantee theirs will be better produced than ours.
Yeah.
Guarantee right off the top that theirs will be better produced than ours because they have the production stuff to do that.
It will not be funnier.
No, probably
it will not be funny. I promise you.
They won't have a roast.
They definitely won't have a
roast. They're not going to have a roast.
Right.
If they do, that's when I'll raise an eyebrow and be like,
Wait a
minute.
Yeah.
So
too soon?
I wanted to say that I hope they have success with their show. Again, it brings more light to the game of Candlepin Bowling. It brings more avenues of information to the game of Candlepin Bowling.
And that's all we're trying to do.
And that is it.
They have a platform for their opinion like we have a platform for ours.
Correct.
Exactly. It's all we're moving
Salute
into the
to them.
here.
Correct.
We're
so I wish them well. Hell, I'll probably even plug their podcast on our show, just like I plug a lot of podcasts on the show.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
As long as they're not at the same
more people knowing about more people knowing about Candlepin Bowling and what's going on in the community, the better. This is how we grow the sport.
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely. So,
and we have somebody who's trying to start live and TV shows and everything like that. So it's great. I love it. I'll plug that all day
into
too.
This age, off of cable TV being the only focus, and have to find a way to gain traction here on the interwebs and the internets.
If anyone
and all the other
thinks
things,
that
I'm 40. I can say that now.
If there's anyone that thinks there's going to be a cable Candlepin Bowling show again, you're fucking dreaming.
Oh, no, not a chance.
I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Especially now that nothing is really cable-wise anymore.
Sorry.
Everything is now, your broadcast channels. It's not a cable. You're not your local cable TV show anymore. It's your broadcast channels, ABC, NBC. It's all those now.
It's the affiliates.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it'd be cool to see. I know at one point, Liz Moore was working on something with the ICBA and the PBA when they were up in Portland to do a Candlepin 10-pin Pro-Am type thing.
Crossover, something
which
like
would have been freaking cool to see.
Oh, it would have been so much fun. Hopefully next year.
I think
PBA loves coming to Portland.
Oh, they love coming, and they bowl, and they will go bowl. They
go to Westport.
They go to Westport. They go to Big 20. They go with their families. They do it on their own.
Bunch of guys bought condos in Portland. Like they have townhouses and shit when they come up here and stay. They stay for a week, 2 weeks. They summer up here. That's why it's always one of the last stops of the year. So it's in May or June, and it's nice weather.
The best weather in the season in Maine at that time. Get a nice little
you don't want to bowl
in somewhere.
May. You don't want to bowl in January in Maine.
No, you don't.
No.
Well, bowling in January in Maine is actually not bad because you're in a heated bowling alley.
It's getting to the bowling alley.
The problem is waking up in 40, 50-inch blizzard.
Yeah.
Having to drive something.
Yeah. So you are correct. I think, Brian, you're the one that stated it's not going to be on cable TV anymore. That's why I really hope this. I know Al Johnson is trying to get one to go. I will plug the living crap out of that on this podcast and on our Facebook page and anywhere
Anything
I can.
That he needs, if he needs announcers for the show, I'm
all
in.
The best.
Sign me up.
I've offered Riverwalk Lanes many times as like a house for like roll-offs or anything like that. If any of the bowling alley can help out, I think the community is going to rally around him on this one.
I hope
this is the one that takes off. There's been the few of them that have tried. This could be the one that takes off.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, he's not looking to do this as a, quote, TV/cable show. He's looking to do it as an internet show.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
It's going to be like episodes, and it's not going to be like a whole, like, this week on. It's like, okay, this is the match we're putting out right now.
I'm looking for it. I hope it goes. I will try to qualify for it. I never got the chance to qualify for Channel 5. I never got the chance to qualify for Channel 50 down in Nashua. I kicked myself because that was when I had started to actually really bowl. Like I was averaging 128 to 130, and I was like, if I had really known about it, I might have been able to get down there and do some stuff. But
that show never even showed in Maine, not anywhere.
Oh no, Channel 5 didn't either.
Yeah, we had. What did we have? Like, we never saw those.
Channel 5 didn't show up here. That was a Boston, Massachusetts area show only.
But ABC was up there. They didn't carry it on that.
Not our affiliate.
No, because it was only affiliated with that affiliate down there.
It was only in the Boston market. Around here, depending upon how much farther north. Wow, that's crazy! I can't believe you guys did get 5 on Saturday mornings.
No, so what we had was
it's crazy.
Down here we had PBS had one. Channel 10 had a Candlepin bowling show every Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I think that's when it showed.
Which one are you talking about?
Is that
the
Action?
PBS, the Channel 10 one. That was the original one for Maine.
Right. So that wasn't the Candlepin Action show out of Augusta.
No.
Okay.
No, that was Candlepin Action was much later.
This is the show that was out of like Beacon or Vacation Land.
Yeah. I did qualify for that a couple of different times, won a couple of matches, lost a couple of matches. And then in Maine, it went strictly.
Charlie's show?
Charlie's show never made it down to where I was. That was just.
But we had the show.
He had a show. Christ, they had a show here in Rockland for a short term.
King of the Hill Bowling.
And then Augusta.
That's incredible, though, that the ABC affiliate up in Bangor area or whatever markets that they didn't carry the bowling on with the numbers that even drew, even in the Boston market. You would think you'd put that in the whole New England market, and it would still draw numbers for the state. I can't believe you guys. It wasn't on.
The problem was in Maine, because none of our football teams really had lights back in the day. All the high school football games were Saturdays. So that's what it was in Maine. Nobody was home. They were all at football games.
Yeah.
I mean, Rockland didn't have lights until the last year I was in Pee Wee football. Was when they got the lights back.
I don't know. We always had lights at Oxford Hills. We always had lights, but we had some Saturday games because of various issues surrounding playing at night with some rivals. You had to have extra security and daylight. I'm 99% sure we actually had someone die in a fight. In the 70s or late 70s, early 80s against Mount Blue. And so they said, so you guys will only play them on Saturdays during the day.
In daylight?
Yeah.
Where we could see the death clearly.
We really just want to see the death clearly.
There's no question. Juvenile.
No, but getting back to the bowling show, like I made the Augusta show once. Had a good showing. It was a 1-string match. Got on there when I was 18. Yeah.
Candlepin Action.
Candlepin Action. I got on there and I threw 122 string and ran into Dave Glover, who threw 151 against me, and promptly whoop my ass off TV.
Oh, smash.
Yeah. I actually didn't try to qualify for that for several years. And they would get mad at me for not qualifying, for not going up to qualify. But at the time I was averaging what was my 132, Brian? Something like that.
You at your peak, the highest average you had in that Thursday Night Pioneer League was 133.2.
Okay. So
you pulled 399 every week, because I can remember at the end of the year going, that fucker averaged 399 every week
and hit 400 three times.
Well, no, he threw.
Yeah.
No, you threw what? 7 weeks in a row. You threw 400.
12
weeks in a row.
Yeah,
he had 12 400s in a row in that building.
They used to pay that the high series for that week would have their week paid for them the next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I won like 10 in a row, and they stopped doing it.
Well, it's funny because it got to the point where we would always do, like Tim was saying, we would always do. It was $5. It was $1 for the first string, $1 second string, $1 third string, $2 on total. And it got to the point where we would just pay $5, and then the rest of us would put another $1 in for total, because we just wanted to have a chance.
Total besides Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There was good bowlers in that league, though. I mean, it was 20. It was 20 lanes. It was 20 teams. They had a waiting list.
The 10th high average my first year I bowled in that when I was 19 was 122. That was 10th high average.
10th high average?
Yeah.
Yo.
They took care of the place. The approaches were just as consistent as they always had been. And there was never a breakdown. That house was full and you never worried. And it was perfect. The breaks were honest. It wasn't stupid fast, but much like it is now.
I thought it was fast, but
Tim averaged 132. It was fast.
It was.
Sorry.
Yeah, but hold on.
132. That was fast.
It was a good equalizer because we had guys in Oakland Park that was a fast house at the time that was averaging 126, but they would go to Augusta the next night and average 119. So it's one of those, like, how good are you really?
Yep.
But anyway, the point of the story was they had a bowling show. So I'm happy to see Al. I really want this to take off. I
agree. I wish this one the most success. I really hope it works.
And Calvin, I know you guys up there. I know you guys are starting to clamor for tournaments and for
we're getting to our spot. So
yeah, you guys are getting closer, aren't you, to being able to?
We're actually, to be honest, we're opening up to the States now. If you have 2 vaccines, you're allowed to come.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
I'm going. I'm texting Kelly right now.
I'm leaving right now.
Yeah, Marky, come on up. Come on.
I'll be waiting.
You come up, and then we're going.
No, I got to wait
Next
till the
Rip in the
morning.
Rack
I got to rent the car.
live from
I
Moncton.
can't steal the car from Melissa, but just in the morning, I swear to God, I'll catch you.
All right, I'll come get you.
That's a long way down and all the way back up. That's all right.
There's dunks. There's lots of dunks on the way.
There is lots of dunks on the way.
So when are they announcing this, Calvin?
I don't know 100%, but I think it's the end of July, so August, I think.
That is awesome.
That is
don't quote me on it.
I'm not quoting you.
Still a step in the right direction.
But dude, I cannot wait to get up there to bowl with you guys again.
Yeah. As long
I bring in my bowling balls. The time I'm just they're going in and I'm stopping at a bowling alley. I'm stopping at Fair Lanes somewhere. There's a Fair Lane somewhere. I'm gonna throw a bowling ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Fair Lanes isn't open yet, not until September.
Really?
They're starting to post their jobs to open back up because I think they had to lay off everybody who was in the bowling alley. So they're posting jobs. They need their bartenders back and their stuff like that. So they're starting to post.
So did they
open? Did
they make any changes to the bowling alley during the last year or whatever? Like
No, Fairlanes didn't want to put the money because they're owned by Heritage Court, which is a company here in Moncton. Okay. And so they didn't want to put the extra money into it. So they never put anything into it, never did the whole COVID stuff, never did. So now that everything is opening up, they're just going to open back up because they don't have to deal with the restrictions. They don't have to deal with the.
They haven't been open. They don't have to like Uber sterilize or any of that. The building's been empty. So just turn it on, give everything an oil change, and just go.
Right. That's essentially what it's going to be.
So they didn't make any, they didn't do any upgrades to anything then?
No.
Nothing.
They didn't touch a thing.
Okay.
Probably not out of choice of the bowling alley, is from what I'm gathering. They just didn't get the money from their owners to do it.
Well, I mean, the bowling alley is the owners. Yes, they're probably not. Like the managers and stuff and the staff that work there probably wanted to stay open because they'd have their jobs, but they still had the bar open all the time, so they kept minimal staff. But yeah, so now
not like they needed to make any changes to the place anyway, because again, it's in good shape and everything else.
I love it.
Yeah,
beautiful place to go bowling. Absolutely.
Cool. Dude, I really can't wait to get up there to bowl some tournaments.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait till you get up here.
Well, the first weekend tournament better be a 3 or 4 day tournament because it's
yeah.
Well,
the first day everyone's going to be a shit show because we're all going to be drunk together, drunk or otherwise herbally supplemented together.
Well, the first mixed tournament that happens in Nova Scotia, we got 4 guys and we just need a couple girls and we got our team. We're good to go.
Hold on. I'll be there eventually with you, Calvin. Just 1 second.
Right. Perfect. I'll hold my arms up like I do.
Sweet.
Yeah, just hold your arms up like you do.
Tampa winning 19-1 yet?
No. 1-1.
Well, I'm assuming they tie it up by Calvin's reaction here, so I'm going to find out in just a second.
Yeah.
In just a second.
We turned the game on tonight when I was getting ready to come downstairs. Kelly had it on the TV. And I'm like, go Tampa, go. And she's like, I didn't know you were a Tampa fan. I'm like, no, I just hate the Habs.
Whoever plays the Habs.
Yeah.
I am not a Tampa Bay fan. Like I wish these guys could just keep playing and keep tying every game until the end of eternity. I don't want to see either of them win the cup, but if one has to, then the Habs ain't going to be the one.
Yeah.
So
couple of bowling related items, which would be good because this is a Candlepin bowling show.
We've been on, at least we've done well. It's been like 90% of the time.
Oh no, we have. Congratulations first. I want to congratulate Mario Johnson. Mario beat Maddie Kelly tonight.
Nice.
598 to 572. Yeah. Maddie needed a triple in the last box to win. Unfortunately, she did not get that. Mario wins, I think it was $600.
Yeah.
The first NECO women's single title.
Congrats, Mario.
Congratulations, Mario.
Nice bowling, Mario.
And what a great finish. She had a hell of a shot.
Oh, God, that was
to close that out. On a strike.
She throws a hammer, in the 9th?
In the 9th, yeah.
In the 10th, she hits the head pin and leaves the, what'd she leave? The
475.
Yeah, the 457.
Oh, yuck. That's the shot of death.
She cuts off the wall.
Cuts the 4 off the wall.
She kicked the 2-pinner off the wall. Exactly. That's how you do it.
Yeah, great
Mario's
shot.
A stud. In the moment, she's a stud.
She's a great. I love Mario. I mean,
she's a good clutch bowler. Like in the moment, she's a stud. Yeah. She's thrown some huge strikes, 9 drops, made shots. She's good in the clutch.
Yep, which is exactly what she just did.
Boom, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a new tournament down in Central Park that was announced. A doubles scratch, best 5 out of 7. They will cap it at 230. That will be September 19th. It's $150 per team. And again, it is at Central Park Lanes. This is just a double scratch. It could be female, male, or male.
Yeah. Those are fun. We used to do those in Moncton every once in a while.
I love 5 out of 7s.
Yeah,
230 cap.
230 cap.
230.
Who's got 122 average and wants to bowl with me?
Well,
I'm in.
Brian, you got to remember
the
next week we are bowling Saturday and Sunday in Massachusetts.
Oh no, never mind. My wife will murder me. Take that back. No,
I trust me because I thought of that because I'm a 121 and you're a 108, and I was like,
we could have bowled again.
Oh, that may not go over well.
What if we sent the girls shopping?
Again, it's 2 weekends in a row. I don't think that's going to go over well. with my wife. Well, it'd be fine if it was local.
Listen,
Yeah.
Tim, we can go get your balls back anytime you want, bud. Like,
No,
we can't.
Not at this point. No, we can't.
No,
Oh.
they're gone.
Dude, I got 5 sets of them right here.
And that's to
not
compensate
enough.
for the set that she took.
And that's to
Yeah.
compensate for the set of 2 that she took.
Yeah.
She keeps Kelly keeps mine in her purse in a nice little, sack if they're in there. Every once in a while, if I need to yell at someone in traffic, she goes, "Here you go."
At least she pleasantly kept the sack for you.
That's true. Yes.
Come on.
Tim, stop playing with your pussy and talk bowling.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, bowling.
Larry missed me. Come on, Larry.
Okay. While Tim's doing that, I have a Locke letter.
Oh, Locke Letters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got a bunch of those that we can get to. Which one
I-
are you going with? Are you going with it?
It's too bad. You're playing with your cat. You be quiet. And
Are you going with a
No,
Brian Fuller
you
question?
You shut up. Listen, the king is speaking. You shut your mouth, and I'm going to speak to them while you play with your cat.
Locke Letters is hosted by the king.
So anyway,
You son of a. Listen,
For those
It's
listening,
just
Tim
not good.
muted Calvin.
yes. And then I turned it back on.
we do have some Locke Letters, which I was actually getting to once I went through one more.
Alright.
Unfortunately, bad news.
Uh-oh.
Amy Doobie has announced that the Ladies Internationals has been canceled for this year.
I saw
They
that.
they
Yeah.
only had 5 teams sign up.
Right. Most of their teams are Canadians, unfortunately.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the Ladies International, they will try again next year, she said.
And with everything hopefully opening up, it should be a go.
To see.
So
Hopefully, a solid year of everything being
Yeah.
open and normal again gets everybody's motors turning again.
so Locke Letters.
Yes. Yes.
So I normally
Why
don't
you have
announce
Calvin read his.
I'm
that he
going to in
wanted
just a
do?
second.
Okay.
because I know which one he's going with.
No, you don't.
Oh, this was sent to you directly?
This was sent to me directly
Okay.
by my favorite fan.
Wait, you have a fan?
I know. She listens specifically to listen to me.
Is it
And it's a
Angela?
she. No, it isn't.
Do we know her?
Yes,
Is it
you
your
do.
wife?
It's
No,
Julie.
it's not my wife. You think she listens to me?
Is it
She
Maddie?
No,
left.
you know
She
what?
left-
Good point. I'm a married man. I should know better.
She
No, you're
left
right.
the house because she doesn't want to listen to me on this podcast. So no,
Is it Maddie?
no, that is one of my fans, but not my favorite.
All right. The
Okay,
floor
but-
floor
your
is
announcement.
yours.
Your announcement. You said you wanted to make an announcement.
I did. The Ladies Internationals.
Yeah, but wasn't there something else you said before I get going? No.
No, that was it. So
Okay.
the floor is yours, Mr. King of the North.
So we could kind of do this in a 2-part, 3-part. I guess there's like 3 questions that she would like to know, and she said that she would like to remain anonymous, but then said she wanted to be known. So I'll just leave her anonymous just for now. So your bowling bucket lists that you have yet to accomplish. Brian, we'll start with you.
Have my name on that great big fucking trophy.
I have
That
it there.
is-
It's pretty.
Yeah. Shut up. Make the final 4 of the knockout. Bowl the Easter.
You've never bowled
And
Easter?
I haven't.
Oh,
And win a big tournament like a Pro Series or like an eliminations in the States, in the state of Maine. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Baki?
I mean, I really want my name on that trophy.
I got it
This-
there. It's pretty.
There's a lot of people that want
So-
what you
so
have,
don't-
good sir.
So don't I.
And what you have also, good sir. I don't have mine there yet. My name's on the little one. That was a bucket list thing that happened. That was awesome. But I need my name on the big one,
Is that it?
I think.
Okay.
I mean, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I've made a lot of finals. I've been fortunate to win tournaments and things, and just not that big one. That's the dragon I keep chasing that damn dragon every freaking year.
Timothy?
His bucket list should be even shorter.
Probably, yeah.
He crossed one of them off this year. So
that honestly, God,
winning the eliminations was it, wasn't it?
This sounds so conceited when I say that I have done everything on my bucket list in the game of Candlepin bowling that I've wanted to do.
Really? You haven't won singles?
Honestly, that's not. I mean, how do I word this?
It's not a must-win for you.
It's not a must-win for me because of everything else that I've. God, that just sounds bad.
Okay, wait.
No, that's what it's your bucket list. It's your bucket list, Tim. It's the whole point.
I know, but I was always look. I was always told, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you're such an idiot. You're lying." I was always told, years and years and years ago, to be humble about your wins.
Oh, absolutely.
Let your bowling do the talking. So I haven't said a lot of what I could have said about my bowling. And Marky and I have had this conversation off the air, offline. Mm-hmm. Legitimately, I have won everything that I've set out to win from my bucket list. Right. I've got a world's title. I've got a mixed worlds title, 2 of them. I'm not counting this year as a mixed nationals. I've got multiple state titles. I've got a state elimination title now. Yes. I've thrown some 200 strings. I've set lane records. I've got some state records. I've thrown a couple of 500s here. I mean, would it be cool to win the singles in the worlds?
Yeah.
Sure, but I don't bowl it all the time anymore.
Right.
And half the time we go to worlds most of the time.
Half the time when I bowl it, I'm bowling it for practice. And I know people, you paid $100 to practice. Well, no, because half the time it was paid for me.
Right.
I didn't pay for it. And I was told, yes, you're bowling. And I'm like, okay. But I used it to find out what the lanes were like. I didn't. Yeah.
Where to stand, where your ball hooks, where it doesn't hook.
I mean, would I like to win a Pro Series event? Sure. That'd be cool. Would I like to win, again, the singles? Sure. Would I like to bowl in the Easter? I've never bowled the Easter Classic.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's to me, it's not a bucket list just because I'm 50 years old this year and I don't know as if my knees could actually take bowling 20 strings in one day. So long answer or short answer with a long story.
With a long story.
Yeah. That's Calvin, good. What about you?
Essentially the same thing. I've won everything that I've kind of gone out to win. The only thing would be the singles at the Worlds. That would probably be the only thing that I'd be striving for now because I have a 500. I have a house record, which is always something that I've wanted. I've wanted a Canadian record, which is something that I've wanted. I was 5 stupid pins away from one big donkey that I could have taken his record, but yeah, I couldn't. I didn't do that. One break screwed me, and then I shanked the 7-pin break. So that was one thing. But no, like you, Tim, I've won the Worlds. I've now won it 3 times, which is. It's a great feeling every time you do it, no matter how many times.
Career defining right there, bro. That you could say you won it 3 times. It's absolutely zero joke.
Won the mixed worlds, not hopefully not one and done, but to beat Tim and be 1-0 in the mixed worlds would be just icing on the cake. And nice. I've done my 200s. I've won 4 or 5 nationals. I've gone to the nationals for 5-pin. So, like you, Tim, I've done a lot. Even though I'm not 50 and old like you, I've done what I've essentially set out to do. Mm-hmm. So I don't really have a bucket list, but I enjoy adding more to my bucket list.
Oh, and I will say, I'll add
That's
this
to my bucket list. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Yes, Calvin. I will say this, Calvin, when you say that, I would like to, I've never been able to go to the Hall of Fame induction, and I would like to go and see.
That was cool.
I would like to go and
cool.
see some of the greats get inducted. I think that would be pretty friggin' sweet.
Yeah, it would be. Or inducted
not so much
yourself.
Yeah, that too.
Nothing I can do about that.
We can.
That day.
There's three of us here. We could get that started.
It's already started. Yeah, but like not a bucket list item for me. I want to win the fucking 560 in Moncton once. I've been to the finals 3 fucking times. I'd like to win it.
Yeah, I've been to the finals 3 times as well. It's not that fun.
Not to lose.
Yeah, I've lost 3 times in the finals. I've never won a 560 either. Yeah. Actually, one year I threw a 172 in the finals of a 560 and still lost.
Ouch.
Oh my God.
Because my anchor threw a 75.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I had 100.
That is terrible.
Oh yeah, and we lost by 12 pins.
Oh my.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh, it was bad. I still make fun of him, and I still hit him for many times every time he does it.
And that's valid.
Because
wow.
I went 7 in a row with a triple, and then threw like a 9 box, and then like 2 marks to finish for 172 or something like that. And he threw a 75. We lost by 12.
Beat him by 100 pins.
Yeah, almost beat my anchor by 100 pins, and we still lost.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calvin, what else was on that list there?
So the next one was people you would like to bowl with. So people you have yet to bowl with and would like to bowl with. Say you could say like you could do worlds. Like if you would want to get on a team, say I know we don't ever really go for fun, but say you're going for fun, who would be somebody on your team that would be like I haven't bowled with these people and I want to.
Sure.
So Tim, we'll go backwards. We'll start with you.
So I actually got to cross off one of those this past month in the mixed nationals when I got to bowl with Surratt. He and I have talked many years about doing it, and we just had never had the opportunity. So for me now, Calvin, I'll put you on there, and you and Corey Smith are probably the two right now. I've bowled with Marky, I've bowled with Brian. I'd like to bowl with Marky again. He knows that. Mm-hmm. You two would be, you and Corey probably right now would be the two that I'd really love to bowl with. And in the States, I mean,
it's very hard because we bowl against each other more than a few times, just spread out.
Yeah. Over
the course of seasons, sometimes in tournament. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like every time I keep thinking about this, all I can think about is bowling on teams up north, like with you guys, with you and Corey and a bunch of the other guys, even Davey, some of the McLaughlin fellows, like just be a face in the crowd in that team for a week, or a face in the crowd in you guys' team for a week. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it was kind of a 2-parter, so it was women as well. If there was a woman that you would like to bowl with.
Some of the ladies.
Oh, some of the ladies. There are 2 right now that I would absolutely love the opportunity to bowl with.
Which would be Jill and Tasha.
Jill and Tasha. And I say that because I've bowled with Amanda and absolutely loved I love bowling with Amanda.
Yeah.
She is a fantastic person to bowl with. I adore bowling with her. I got to bowl with Maddie and Mario and Sonia this past, the mixed. I love bowling Aaron Merrill here in the States. I love bowling with Aaron. So for me right now, I would probably I'll do 3 because I'd love to bowl with Shannon and something. Shannon Scribner. I'd love to bowl with her and something. But Jill and Tasha, I've wanted to bowl with them for quite some time in some type of tournament, and haven't had the opportunity yet. But
I got to bowl with Shannon in the 560 a couple of years ago in Moncton. That was awesome. She's so good.
Yep.
She averaged 120 that weekend.
She was also on my list when she said somebody who you'd want to bowl with. I think of some young talent on the way up that's really kicking ass. I think Shannon first. I'm like, I want to bowl mixed doubles with her, but one of these farts is going to steal her away from me next time there's a time to bowl mixed doubles. Message her up. Dominic always liked Shannon. He always paid attention. Like when they were in the kids league together, he'd always go find Shannon and say hi. So I've been watching her for a long time. She's damn good. I mean, that's the future right there. That ball is the future right there. And now that she's watching her bowl in some of these adult tournaments, she walked in with Carrier and they did the mixed doubles.
Yep.
Neko, or was that the Chicha? I think one or the other.
Chicha.
And all she did was rip the place up. She really did. Kept her head on stride. I'd love to bowl mixed doubles with her one of these days. Shannon, if you're watching, if these guys ask and just say no, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know. We'll bowl something.
Right. Who are the guys, Mark? Because I know you kind of went just a little bit between us and McLaughlin's, but anybody else?
Just to get a chance to, me and you have always had a fun bus balls relationship together. I know I could handle with you and Corey's cool. I love Jamie Boyle. He's a fun dude to hang with and party with. I could be friends with Justin. Like your Worlds team is pretty stocked. I like hanging out with a lot of those guys. Gotten closer and stuff hanging out with, especially Jamie. Him and I talked. We'd always seem to be on the same cigarette break schedule at the Worlds. I don't know. It was weird. We always run into each other out on the patio.
Wow, Jamie smokes like 3 packs a day, so it's hard.
I think it was a matter of odds, right?
Yeah,
and then I heard he didn't bowl very much, so I'm like, oh, it was just a lot of odds working in our favor.
And I would echo, Mark. Yeah, I'd echo that. That whole team with Scotty and Jamie and Justin and that whole team would be.
Justin came up with me one year when we were going to do the Dave Stewart, and we needed an extra guy, and I had talked to him, and he bowled for our team one year.
Yeah,
that mass destruction team I took up. I needed one more guy, and Justin hit us up. That old Voy forum, remember that thing?
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, forum. Yeah. It's like I need one extra guy, and Justin was like, "Cool, I'll bowl." I'm like, "Yes, we have a team. Let's just go." Never met the guy, but we had a fun week.
Brian?
I just missed the accent, man. Of course, my answer is going to be the Canadian fellas.
Yeah, I know.
Calvin, I want to bowl with Calvin. Haven't bowled Calvin yet. Marky, I haven't bowled with Marky yet.
Have we never bowled in the thing?
We have never bowled against, or we bowled against each other plenty of times. We never bowled in anything together.
You're right. I bowled with your father a couple times.
You did.
Yeah. Big Ray, but I haven't bowled. That's right. Shit.
I guess I'd like to bowl with Surratt. That'd be fun. Man, if I could do all time, I'd love to bowl with Holbrook back in the day of like just the pitching machine that he was. Because I bet that was as fun as it is now, but just at a different level. Like you're in more of amazement watching him. I'd like to bowl with Craig in anything right now. That'd still be shitloads of fun. I bet that is just a great day, and you learn a lot.
Yeah, I got to bowl once with Craig, and it was so much fun.
That's one of those, like, you hear the guys talking about old days in wrestling when they'd get in the car and you'd learn the most in the car rides between places. Yeah, you would learn the most about bowling, not bowling with Craig.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a feeling.
He talks so much, and he was so much fun to bowl with.
I'd
like to bowl one more guy down there, Bobby Witt. I'd love to bowl with Bobby in something.
Bobby's a good dude. Real good.
Canadian side, I haven't bowled Scott Estabrooks in anything. I think that would be fun. And Nate LeBlanc, I'd like to bowl with Nate. On the female side, it's Jill and Tasha. I still haven't bowled with. I used to stay at Tommy and Jill's house pretty much every year for the 560, and I've still never bowled with Jill in anything.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that when the borders open up. We'll cross off everybody's bucket list. Like I said, we got the 4 of us, Jill and Tasha. If you're listening, there's our 2 ladies, and we got our mixed team, and we got a tournament right here. We're going. The 4 of us, Jill and Tasha. We'll cross off all bucket lists. We'll get the team going.
I'm in.
Yeah.
And as bad as my average is, we'll fit.
No, yeah. Oh, it's all scratch tournaments in Nova Scotia.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin, you got to answer that one.
Well, Tim, you're obviously on mine. I hate to float your ego, but I'd love to. I think we'd bust each other's balls so much. It'd be so much fun. It'd be such a even just talking at the hotel and everything like that after. Oh, it'd be such a great weekend. It'd be fun. So much fun. It would be. And Marky, we've never bowled together.
No, we haven't yet.
No, I'd love to bowl with you. I think we had a chance as Mass Destruction when you were Mass Destruction. I think we had a chance, but I don't remember what happened there. I think something came up, but no, that
I
would
don't
be
know.
fun.
I don't remember. I think
No.
actually, I think that did happen. That's right. You were gonna at one point. I don't know.
I think I ended up on the Lapierres, and we won that year anyway, so I was okay with that.
That's right. Yeah, that was the best year in bowling year.
Yeah,
that was when you took a Haji for $100 at the end of the tournament, wasn't it?
No, that was the very first Dave Stewart.
Was that the very first one?
That was the very first Dave Stewart when Haji won the bowl for, because we bowled the very last match. It was I think it was 4 boxes left or 2 boxes left. I can't really remember. And he said, "All right, you want to bowl for $50?" I think I had like a 2-pin lead, and I said, "Yeah, sure, whatever." 4 boxes left. It's the end of the tournament. Neither of us are making the playoff, or neither of us are making money.
Right. No, we way out of it.
Yeah. So I said, "Yeah, sure, $50." And then after we bowled a full string.
Yep.
And yes, he pummeled me like 140 to 115 or something like that.
There is nobody worse when there's no money on the line. Well, I shouldn't say it like that, but the minute you put money on the line, you get a totally different Dave Hodge Malahan.
Yeah.
You get a totally different one, man.
Yeah. So
I'm walking around like Haji's hype guy. Do not bowl Haji for money. What do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Please, I get a cut. Bowl Haji for money.
Yeah, and I think one of my last men I'd like to bowl with is Jimbo, because we always bowl against each other. Yeah, we've bowled each other.
Jimbo's fun to bowl with.
What a cool
we bowled each other twice in the finals.
I've got to share lanes with Jimbo at the International one year, and that was awesome. He is fun to bowl with all day, even when you're not bowling with him, because he's the type of guy, he throws a bad ball, he just turns around and goes, "That was bad.
That was pretty bad, boys. That was my fault. I suck right now.
It's just funny. It's the guys like that you like to bowl with because they keep everything loose.
Yep.
There's nothing worse than seeing a guy that's so intense he throws a bad ball. You're like, I don't know how to react to that. Do I say try harder, or is he going to punch me? Like,
I don't know, Brian. What happens when I have someone on my team throws a bad ball? What do I typically do?
You laugh?
Usually I laugh, and I usually say, "Well, that wasn't a good ball."
Something like that. With me, you're always like, "Nice ball, Bri."
Yeah.
Yeah. Only missed by an area code or two. It's okay. It's cool. It was close.
Yeah. That 4-pin was the head pin at some point.
And I guess I didn't really do the women. I haven't bowled with Amanda yet. I'd like to bowl with Amanda. I think it'd be fun to. Even though her attitude is one I'd probably smack, but I think she'd take a good mouthful every time she bowls through a bad ball. So
Amanda is super intense when she bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Wicked. But the best part with her is she doesn't carry it over to being a partner.
Right.
Like, which to me it's super hard to do. When you are up on the lanes and you are super intense, and then you come off the lanes, typically you're usually super intense with your partner as well.
Right.
She has the ability she's still intense, but not ultra super intense like she is when she bowls.
Right.
One of my favorites. I love Amanda. I love bowling with Amanda. She's a lot of fun. And obviously being one of the top women bowlers,
doesn't hurt
in the game.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So
it's true, because I don't like to flaunt anybody's ego, but Jill Wood is probably my favorite woman to bowl with. And it doesn't hurt that she's probably the best woman bowler out there, but she's just so much fun. She knows how to have fun. She likes booby grabbing. She likes butt grabbing. She likes, it's a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, did someone say boobies?
In the well chicanery.
Yeah.
Tim just smiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get to the 560, Jill has beat me in the finals twice out of the 3 times. So got to stop running into them at points in the playoffs.
It's a lot like bowling with Mario.
Yes.
True.
Mario was super fun to bowl with. She had my wife in tears, laughing. She came up.
Good.
She came up to me. We had just won, and she came up to me and put her shirt over me and put my head in between her boobs. And she just started. And Angie's recording
that is the promised land.
Yeah. Oh my God, it is so funny. Yeah, Mario's awesome. She's fun to bowl with. We're at the 50-minute mark. We've kind of gone over, so
it's been a fun show.
We're gonna hold on.
Tim, did you get new headphones? By the way, are those new? New headphones?
I did.
Are those Beats?
They are.
Wow.
They were.
Did you get the Beats? Did Jordan help you get the Beats?
No, we were going through. We were at TJ Maxx in North Conway, and I'm like, wait, are those Beats only $16?
Oh, good deal. Good find. I'd have bought them too.
So I was like, I don't need new headphones, but I'm like, they're Beats and they're $16. Like,
how do you say no?
Right.
You don't. You pay $16.
Right, and get the nice headphones.
And I got the nice headphones to do this with. So the three questions I have, and one is a Brian Fuller question that he asked us, but I think that one's going to take a little
be an episode in itself.
No, but it will take a little bit of time. So Fuller, we're going to get to your question next week. And the other two questions we'll get next week as well.
All right.
So actually, you know what? We're gonna ask this one right here.
Okay.
We'll do one. We'll do it.
This is the fucking Yim Didero question. I'm gonna punch you through Skype.
So this person wants to know who your favorite bowler in the state of Maine with the initials TJM that rhymes with Gim Didero. Brian, we'll start with you.
Go fuck yourself, Tim.
That's a good answer.
No, we actually this person, and they would like to remain anonymous. They would like to know what is your mindset when you are in the middle of a big string or a big series. And Calvin, I'm going to start with you, King of the North.
Okay, mindset.
And you can take this I'm going to interpret this many different ways. So you,
right? Like I mostly mine is basically getting. I don't have. I guess you do have your moments where you get kind of amped up and you get jacked up. Like I threw in the first round last year, or not last year, but 2 years ago now in 2019 against the New World Order on Friday night. I threw a double and basically just jumped off the lanes and got jacked up. But in a big match where it's getting close and it's kind of one of those things, mostly I'm just talking to myself like, okay, go to the line, do your slide. Okay, go back, clean your ball, put your towel down, get yourself set, deep breath, go. Like I don't have kind of that, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. If I get a mark here, I could do this. If we get a mark in the 8th, like I don't have that kind of anticipation, I guess, if that's the right word to put. But it's more of do your stuff, go through your motions, and throw the ball at the middle. If you don't, throw the ball at the middle in the next one because you're gonna have to make that spare. So that's essentially mine.
Brian?
Breathe. That's a lot of mine. Breathe. I have 3 things. It's breathe, stand on your spot, and when you throw the ball, look at the damn floor. Because if I look at the pins, I'm on the fucking 2-pin all day. But if I look at the floor, I can find the head pin because it's muscle memory. My brain doesn't have to think. That's the best thing about bowling with me. I don't have to think when I'm doing it right. If I'm thinking, it's bad. So mine is breathe and just stand in the right spot and look at the floor. And everything else takes care of itself for the most part. It's weird. My body, it's the weirdest thing to try and tell someone. Like, oh, how do you know how to hit that pin? I don't. My body does. Like my brain just communicates to my arm to let go. So you just have to do the same thing every time so your brain doesn't get screwed up on when to let go. So that's all mine is. It's just breathe, stand in the same spot, and make sure you do everything right. And all that is for me is if I'm standing in the right spot, I take the same steps. If I look at the floor, everything else takes care of itself.
Maki?
I'm very similar with these guys too. I mean, if you're thinking you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, especially if you're in a big one, you already know how to roll the ball. Just keep to your rhythm. Like Calvin was saying, I'm a creature of habit on the lane, like repetitive motion. I'm walking backwards the same amount of steps. I rub the same ball off each box. Like I try not to get out of a rhythm. You stay in your rhythm. You just breathe and just keep hitting the object pin, man. You know how to roll it. Stand in the spot and hit the pins. And just time after time. If I have to start talking to myself about different things, what's happening, this guy over here and all that, I'm not paying attention. My focus is just me, a ball, and the 10 pins that are 60 feet away. And then when I'm off the lanes, I just let the night happen. I don't walk around, keep like, okay, you got to go. You got to keep going. You got to make sure. And no, I don't. I'm going to get off the lanes. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. I'm going to talk to my buddy that's standing right there. All right, I'm going to go out and have a smoke real quick. I got a minute. Come back in. It's my turn to bowl and just keep going through my motions. Each 2 boxes is the first 2 boxes of the night. As far as my grandfather taught me that when I was real little.
1 out of 2. 1 out of 2.
Every
1 out of
time
2.
you push the button, it can be the first box of the day. Just fresh 10 pins. Just take them as you get them, make the shot, and move on. And like I was saying, even if you miss the middle, hit the middle this time because then you get the spare. You don't always have to throw strikes. Big ones have a lot of spares in them too.
Yeah.
You only have to hit the head pin once a box.
Sometimes
you
you
hit
don't.
the first box. Sometimes you don't.
Tim has proven that.
Sometimes
you just have to hit the 4-pin.
Sometimes that 4-7 pocket works wonders.
Hey, it's not.
Shout out to
pocket.
Josh Rio. I mean,
most of the time it's find a pocket.
So this is a tough one because to me there's 2 different mindsets to being in the middle of a big string versus middle of a big series. And I don't know how to quantify that or explain it other than I tend to try to enjoy the moment. Have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brian, breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Like Marky, I am a creature of habit with bowling.
There's always 2 balls at the end of the ball return.
I think we all are.
3.
It's 2. It's 2 sometimes because they get too many balls and you don't do 3.
Well, that is true.
Is that what throws you off? I'll remember that for next time.
It doesn't. The thing is it doesn't necessarily throw me off as much as that is where I put my towel, and I don't want to put my towel on my bowling balls because I'm picking up my bowling balls. So,
and it's on the end of the rack, and it's out of the way of everybody. And Tim doesn't use a wet towel, so it's not dripping on anything.
Right.
So
for me, it's very much. The only thing, I don't talk to myself when I bowl. I sing sometimes.
I do.
Yeah.
I do that too.
I sing sometimes. It just.
I do that too.
Whatever.
Usually my go-to is Hakuna Matata.
I mean, I don't really have, even though I will say my go-to is lately has been from the Greatest Showman. And I can't think of the song right off the top of my head now that you say it, but From Now On.
Yes.
On the Greatest Showman.
Humpty Dance.
So
mine's the Humpty Dance.
It's awesome.
Because I know most of the words, so I can just stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin it. And I just sit there and it calms me.
Yeah, but it's breathe. Make sure I am. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a big string and you've got things rolling and things are going, the adrenaline is flowing. It's, man, I am a poet and didn't even know it. Holy crap. That ball does not feel like it's 2 pounds 6 ounces. It feels like it's 1 pound 5 ounce. It feels like it's a pound. It gets lighter in your hands,
And your hand gets either stickier or so slippery you can't hold on to anything.
Yeah, so breathe and calm yourself. The other portion of that is the only thing that I focus on. It's such a routine now for what I do is I just want to hit the object pin. That's it. Hit the object pin. I can't make the shot go from 60 feet away. I can only put the ball on the object pin. That's it.
Yeah.
Or the object spot.
Or the object spot.
Whatever.
Yes.
Right. Right. But all you can do is deliver the ball there with some energy to make things happen.
Yep.
All you can do is hit what you're not aiming at. Because
Yeah,
if you're aiming, you're doing it wrong.
And in this, if I'm in the middle of a big series, let's say I had a good first string and a, big second string, and I'm looking at a big series, a 460, a 480, chance at a 500, something like that, is the first thing is not talk about it. Like, don't sit there and go, well, if I do this, do this,
right.
okay, well, geez, so I'm looking up here. Okay, well, if I throw a 145, then that means no. Stop talking about it and do it. Just get up there, breathe, wipe your ball down, pick up your ball, put it in your hand, do your same routine, throw the ball at the object pin, and move on. I mean, I know it sounds simple, and it gets a little more difficult when you're in the moment.
Breathe, smile, throw the ball. If you get a strike, push the button, do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I have a mouse in here, by the way. That is just literally just pooped my pants a little bit when I saw something moving down here. It's all good. Mice don't scare me, but I'm waiting on the cats to attack. And which means
all right, it sounds like a good time to wrap.
Yeah.
So, as usual, folks, please get your questions, your comments, your concerns to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Brian, where else can they hear us?
Well, they can hear us on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, and wherever else you listen to your podcasts.
Nice. You can catch Brian and Marky on Sunday evenings at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/Johnny Deathdrop. You can get the Dudes and Belts Chatcast. You can see these guys. You can also see them early Friday mornings. I believe it's 1 a.m.
Early.
or midnight.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Rocky Mountain Pro Recharge. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Recharge?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, recharged.
Other than that, you can also see us on Friday mornings on our Friday edition of Ripping the Rack Podcast, where we will not talk Candlepin bowling. That is pretty much an uncensored look into the four of us and our humor and sports and all that good stuff. We do have a pretty cool episode coming this Friday, our top 10 sports moments. Top 10 sports moments. Should be fun. Other than that, appreciate you listening, folks. 9 more weeks.
Yes. Roast.
Mark, you want to plug it one more time?
Tim Matero. I was in progress. The Ripping the Rack podcast roast of Tim Matero. I screwed it up again, man.
I said
one more time. Wait,
so many eyes.
Take
the Ripping
3.
the Rack podcast roast of Tim Matero. Send us your questions, comments, and video clips of how much Tim Matero has been in your life, how much of a difference he's made, and if he's actually helped you do anything. And if he hasn't, even better to send us a video of what you think of Tim Matero. So please, that'll be on episode 69 of Ripping the Rack Podcast, 9 weeks from tonight, September 6th is Labor Day weekend this year.
Yep.
So look forward to that. That is going to be a blast.
It'll be a great way to start your bowling seasons.
Oh my God, will it? Yes. I guess the score is going back and forth in the hockey game, ain't it?
It is. It's 2-1 right now.
Damn Habs.
Yeah.
Go Tampa. Go Phoenix.
Go Tampa. Sweet. Go Phoenix. Go
Go
Suns. Suns in 5.
Go Red Sox.
Go Sox.
Oh, God, no.